I've been with you, but I've been attracted to your friend the whole time, then everything before that is just under question, because how long have you been wanting my friend? If you've been attracted to my friend the whole time while we're together and you're just waiting for us to be over so you can go after my friend, it's like, it could.
You don't think you can be attracted to more than one person at the same time?
I think so, but if you have...
Why is that wrong?
If you have the intent to, once something is over, then all right, I'm just gonna hop over to your friend.
Who has that intent?
I'm proud to share this video is sponsored by Squarespace, a place where you could build the perfect website, start email campaigns, or open an online store today. When you build a community on social media, it's someone else's algorithm, taste, and rules that govern how you can connect with your people. With Squarespace, you're in the driver's seat, and you have the power to customize your content to fit your brand and your needs. My website, my mailing list, my book website, all of them are powered with Squarespace. And if you are ready to try and see if they can power your next big idea, go to squarespace.com/shambooty to start playing around for absolute free, no credit card required. And then when you're ready to launch, you get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Once again, it's squarespace.com/shambooty.
Dating your ex's friends. Who here is against it? Who's for it? Oh. They fucked up and put us all together. They put us all together. Okay, let's start. Why are you against it?
Well, not to say that I haven't, but I just think as, you know, when we're in high school, when we're in college, like as your worlds expand and you're around people that are no longer like in your grade or whoever's in your class, those people around you become a lot more intentional and selective, and double dipping it can, depending on the relationship, what trauma was had therein, and I don't know, it just can be really messy, and I feel like there's enough orifices in the world to not have to double dip.
If I had a connection with my friend's ex, I'm most likely gonna be the individual to have a conversation with my ex, like, I'm talking to your homeboy and do you give the blessings? If not, I'm still gonna go after it.
You're gonna ask your ex for consent to date their friend.
Yeah.
But you said even if your ex says no.
No, I'm still gonna pursue. This
So
is just
it's
a
like
courtesy.
It's a courtesy.
It's a courtesy question.
It's a courtesy.
It's a rhetorical question, really.
I'm still gonna do me. My loyalty is no longer to you. Like that's no longer there, and I want to pursue something else, and it's really close to you.
I'm going straight for the friend. And I mean, like, really, who's your friend then? You should be talking to your friend, not me.
Yeah, that's interesting that you as the ex would go and ask them, because I would think it'd be the onus on the friend if you're still friends with them.
Yeah, I really cherish my friendships. So like, if anything, I'd want my friend to come to me, not my ex.
I think it depends, like, my relationship with the ex, right? Like, if it was like a de-escalation, right? Like, if we're like trying to maintain some sort of civil relationship, friendship, if we have a lot of mutual people in our lives, then I might do them that courtesy, but I never ask people for permission. I fully believe in autonomy and abundance. Like, I'm polyamorous, so like, for me, if I have a connection with someone, I'm not about to limit myself.
I think because of the fact that attraction is mostly based off of familiarity, similarity, and proximity. Yeah. So by virtue of that, that's like defining the friend. Mm-hmm. So it's almost a compliment to you if somebody wants to date your friends, which means that like, I liked you a lot and you were close, you just weren't on target. Let me move a little to the left, a little to the right, to see if it's better over here. You might be the reason that a friendship breaks up.
That's not my fault, but I'm not the reason.
It technically is. You technically are the
no,
reason.
that's their own choice. A relationship goes two ways.
And that's why I have the conversation, because I know that I might be the reason that this friendship is going to.
No, you're not the
I don't
reason.
care
It's
that
their
much.
own reason. Yeah. They make that reason their own. They have full autonomy to stay friends. If they don't have the capacity and ability to be civil and to, you know, like, that's fine. You know, a lot of people don't believe in abundance. A lot of people do, you know, believe in monogamy and limiting themselves, and that's fine. More power to you. But that's not how I live my life. I'm not gonna live my life according to your standard.
But I will say, the person who cares the least controls the relationship. So just say you break up with the person and you're like, I was actually attracted to your friend this entire time, so I'm gonna pursue that relationship. But the other person still has strong feelings for you. Seeing you with their friend or seeing you in general is very painful for them. Yeah. So the decision to end the friendship is not petty, it's more about self-care.
I don't give people closure. I don't think to like honestly, I don't think about other people's feelings that much. I'm thinking about my own happiness, which is very selfish. But when thinking about the other person, okay, do you want happiness for your friend too?
If you truly love your friend, if you're a really good friend, you're going to want what's best for them. You're going to want them to be happy no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if they're dating, you know, someone that you used to date.
Everything before that is just under question, because how long have
Why?
you been wanting my friend? Well, because it's like,
It's kind of deceitful.
yeah, if you've been attracted to my friend the whole time while we're together and you're just waiting for us to be over so you can go after my friend, it's like how they're...
I don't think that's ever the intention.
It could.
You don't think you can be attracted to more than one person at the same time?
I think so, but if you have...
Why is that wrong?
If you have the intent to once something is over, then all right, I'm just gonna hop over to your friend.
Who has that intent?
But I don't think the partner should question it, right? Because it could be like, I like your qualities, but your friend might do them a little bit better, and I might connect with that more. You know, that doesn't mean that I did devalue your connection or what you're giving to the relationship, but I just see that your friend does a little bit better.
Who's here and done it? Who's done it before?
I've fallen into it. But you know what? The friend was coming on to me and I was entertaining the situation. So with that, I'm like, I knew nothing was going to happen. I wasn't really interested, but I liked the flirting. But when he found that out, he called me and he's just like, why are you talking to my friend? I'm like, well, he reaches out to me and, you know, I'm like, emoji, like, thanks for the compliment, but nothing's going to happen. But that's your friend. So that has nothing to do with me. But he still reaches out to me, so it's not that falling off.
Just fine.
He's fine, clearly.
When I've done it, it's been my ex's friend reaching out to me, and I've engaged, right? I think with that is the dating pool within the gay community is very small, so it's like, you know, you got to catch them while you can.
That's real. In the queer world, we all know each other. Like, not really. Like, I don't know your friend just because they're trans or queer or whatever. But literally.
The community is really small, so I know when that happens, it's like, you know, I know you're my ex's friend, but you're also putting intent and, you know, trying to get at me, so I'm going to entertain it.
Did it destroy any of the relationships? Your chances of being friends with your ex or your ex's friendship with that person you pursued?
No,
Because
because
who goes on first, what goes on second in this conversation? Like the person, the ex, and the friend.
right? No, because it didn't go that far. Yeah, it was just like a little entertainment, and then that's it. One or two dates. That's about it. Yeah. But then I started also see like toxic traits that I saw in my ex and the friend. I was like, well, that's why I'm not with him no more.
Yeah.
Because also I can't fuck with you either because
The birds of feather
Say that.
flock together.
What about for you?
Mine was like, again, during college, so my world was very small, and then my ex was a piece of shit, so again, my loyalty wasn't to him, didn't care, his friend came after me, and I entertained it, and I would do that. Like, I don't regret that, but again, where I'm at now, there's too much messiness.
The drama.
Yeah, the drama, the mess, the overlap, and especially when you're still friend groups, like, in the same thing, like, you have to run into each other and do all that. Back then, my world was smaller, so it was none of that. There was just, ex was over there living his life, and I was living my life with his friend.
Do you have this conversation with your friends ever? Like creating a code?
Oh, yes. Yes. I just had this conversation with a friend because there is someone she really loves, and she was like, Bree, if he was to reach out to you, like, would you pursue that? And honestly, my answer is no, because I'm not attracted to him. But like, I also don't know how I would feel if it was someone I was attracted to. So, and she's like, that just sounds really bad. Like, why would you do that to me? I'm like, I know how much you like you, but I also know how deeply she's like in love with this man. And that's where I'm like, absolutely not. If it was someone they just were dating for like a few months, I didn't even give a year that long. So I'm like, you dated for like a year. And I mean, I've had friends who have had sex with the same guys I've had sex with. And it's like, it was never just serious. It was casual. And dating to me is like casual. I'm openly dating. We're not in a relationship. And that's how I pretty much go about my dating. So if we dated, in my head, we just dated. You can have them.
My best friend and I literally used to be dating the exact same man. And, you know, like in polyamory, like I feel like that's so much more common than in monogamy. Like, you know, I was definitely really nervous because when I first met this guy, and I'm still dating him right now, and when I met this guy, I was like, you are so attractive, like this just like super like muscle poppy, like short king trans man. And my bestie was dating him, and we met on Halloween, and I was just like, this guy is just amazing. We vibed. At the end of the night, like I wore like stilettos the entire night on Halloween, which is a great choice, but he gave me a foot massage at the end of the night. He like bandaged up one of my blisters, and I was like, you're my best friends, man, and you're doing all of this for me. Like, I felt very special.
At the time, they were still seeing each other.
Yeah, they were still dating. And like 2-3 weeks after that, my friend, my bestie, comes to me and they're like, hey, like, you know, my man is really interested in you, and like, you know, we're also polyam, and I just wanted you to know, like, if you want to go out with this man, you can. And I was like, for real? And they were like, please do. Like, that'd be so cool. Like, you know, if you're interested in that, do it. Like, I just wanted you to know that, like, this is good with me, because he's expressed interest in asking you out, and I saw you two really connect. And I was like, girl, thank you, because I was a little worried about how you would feel, because I know that polyamory is new to you. And, you know, I ended up going out with him, and we're still together, and like things are like really going really, really well.
Do you all go on dates together?
Yeah, we've all three hung out together. Yeah.
But I do agree with you, Melissa, though. There are a lot of orifices out there. There's a lot of different people to connect with. So if I am with somebody who creates a hard boundary and I prioritize and value that relationship, I would make that choice for them.
You'd limit yourself.
Yeah, and there's definitely, I mean, like, you know, I don't know, like, I don't know how I feel about, if, you know, people dating Jared, you know what I mean? Like, someone after, like, that would just probably, I'd probably create those boundaries for myself too. But I would understand because I've been on both sides. So
it is very limiting. Like there are several L's that you take when you walk that line of like loyalty or not crossing those lines. Like, hey, now, like I got the fucked up friend and now I can't like hop over, but it's like that's the L that, you know, you got to take if you're walking that path.
I think we're allowed to lean into what makes us feel good. Lean into joy, lean into experiences. Like I've limited myself so much. And I mean, I grew up Baptist. My dad, you know, used to be a pastor. I lived on a farm, you know, the first 7 years of my life. So like, I grew up so sexually repressed. Like I, you know, suppressed my own sexuality, my own gender identity for so much of my life. Large majority, I limited myself. So I'm no longer living that life because that was the wrong thing to do. That was immoral. That was literally against my own soul. So like, personally, I'm not about to be living my life that way ever again.
I do agree that monogamy is not human nature.
I mean, it's different topic, different day.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Content like this is only possible with the support of Squarespace. So big shout out to them for partnering with us for a number of years now. Now you can also partner with Squarespace to power your next big idea by buying a domain, building a website, starting or transferring your mailing list, opening an online store, creating paid subscription communities, and so much more. Improve your workflow, integrate your social media, blog, and have access to in-depth analytics to understand who your people are, all with the help of Squarespace. Right now, Squarespace is offering a 2-week free trial plus 10% off the purchase of a website or a domain should you choose to launch with them. To get in on this deal, all you have to do is go to squarespace.com/shambooty. Again, that's squarespace.com/shambooty.